Hello everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tina, and I'm here to share with you a fun new thing that I tried. I'm really excited about this. All right, so I wanted to challenge myself to create my own paper, right? So using Design Space, I brought in some patterns and I sized them to scale and everything, and I've created two layouts that I'm going to share. Also featuring these Lucky Charm stickers. And what I love about this is, like, you can just buy a sheet of stickers and then rely on your cardstock. And so that was fun. So these are the patterns that I chose. I chose 4 patterns. Oh, this one's down. I chose this one. I liked the 2 different shades of the green on this. So I chose that. I love hats. I have 2 with hats, but these are just like little gold coins and the little top hats. And these are all so small. I love how tiny they are to scale. They remind me of more like 6x8 books or 6x6. Look at this one. This one was super cute. And this one has a soft green background. I wanted to, do 2 with white backgrounds and 2 with a light color. So and this one's cute. It has stars and little pots of gold. And I'm a big hat person. I'm surprised this doesn't have the hat on it, I got to tell you. Clovers. Love the clovers. Is that all 4? 1, 2. Yeah, showed you all 4. Okay, so what I have here is a sketch from, let me grab. I have a sketch from our 2026. That's a 2025. That's the other one I'm going to be sharing. This sketch right here. I've made some changes to it because once I'm working, so this is the circle grid, layout 5. And once I start working, oh guys, I'm sorry, I realized I'm not mic'd. Let me grab my microphone. Okay, there we go. Once I start working with a sketch, I like to just make subtle changes. All right, so I put the 11.5 by 11.5 down. I've chosen a really cool color palette with this, bringing in orange as like a bold color. And then I have 2 colors of gold I have the lighter and the darker, because if you look, there's like a lighter and a darker there. Got to use some mini dot. I love mini dot paper, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this down. So I printed this out of Design Space. It's a lot of fun. And if you have the 2026 sketchbook, it's the gift that keeps giving, because if you want this file with everything in it, all you have to do is request it and you can have the Design Space file. And then you can print your own papers and have fun too. Okay, look, we're gonna do this. Let's put these bar magnets up here at the top because I'm slippy slidey around today. Okay. All right, what I'm doing is I put the one piece on because I get nervous sometimes, but look, I'm off. I need to double check this. So if we put this down, I need to make sure when this goes on, because this is a different size. Yeah, I think that's still going to work. Okay, great. Okay. So I have no idea where I was. That's what happens. So you're right. All right. But I put this one piece down so that I could have like an anchor piece. And then sure enough, now I have to keep that grid. I'm okay if the grid's a little off. But I had so much fun. There are so many options available, and not that a lot of us don't have paper, but maybe you're looking to just do something small like this, a couple of layouts or something, or maybe some cards. And how fun is it that we can do all these things now? And I am all about finding ways to conserve our time, to conserve our resources, to conserve our money, and make sure we're spending, our money how we want to spend our money on. So this would be a great way. Print your own papers. And then, you could buy a sheet of stickers if you want, or maybe use some stamps or embellishments that you happen to already have. And I'm very passionate about that right now, just using up our stock. The other thing that I really like about this project, no leftovers. So you're going to only print the ones you need. They'll be already sized in the file. But if you want to make this layout, all the measurements, I'll put the link to the sketchbook if you're interested in the description. You can get some more information about that. It's 25 2-page layouts, 3 single page layouts for 53 pages of fabulous crafty fun. Ha ha ha. Okay, so now what I've done with this is cut out differently. The only thing I did is here you can see it's a smaller circle with a line that goes around it. And once again, I design in Design Space. So when you purchase the sketchbook, I gift you all my Design Space files. But if you're manual, all the manual measurements are provided as well. And you could just cut your circle, draw that with a pen, trace it with a pen, and you would be good to go. But so what I did here was I've made that circle is bigger. And then the border around it is smaller, showing off a little bit more of my fanciness with my homemade papers. Let's go ahead and get this down. This was a fun challenge for me. I am focused on doing some challenges this year, with using things up and trying some new things, and so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. I have some lift right here. I think I'm going to be okay with it though. All right, we're going to flip this over. I'm going to move that out of my way because I'm going to eyeball this. Okay. It looks pretty good to me. Okay. All right. Oh, I like it so much. I like it so much. Okay, so much more than I thought I would. That is super cute. Okay, now I have this beautiful clover that is going to lay on top, and these stickers, I already have some of the stickers off in preparation, but they had this light blue in it. So what I did was I matched it pretty good to this like glimmery paper that I had, and we're going to fill this little heart with this, but we're going to add this green heart. And I think what I'm going to do for my green heart is I'm going to ink it a little bit just to add a little bit more color and contrast to it. So let's go ahead and get ready to do that. Okay, just going to do it right on my Versamat and then clean that up. And I think I'm just going to do old style with a sponge for this. Not even going to use a brush. All right. Maybe jade. Let's try jade with this. This is some parrot paper that I really love. I love mixing everything now. I will miss photo play. All right, here we go. And I think what I want to do is just kind of go at it with a little bit of some rubbing. Not spend too long in any area because we can always add more, right? I don't want it to look too clean. So a brush would be cleaner. That's why I decided to grab the sponge. I can feel that my ink on my sponge is starting to fill a little bit more. So I can go back over here a little bit more. I'm going to go down here too. I think this is looking pretty good. You have all these wonderful things. Why not use them? And I want to make sure that I pay attention to this one here, that I don't skip because it has the heart. There we go. I think that worked out great. So I used some jade ink and just a sponge and just laid a little bit down. All right, I'm going to let that actually dry for a couple minutes and let me wipe my hands off. For those of you who happen to be my messy finger craft sisters out there, the struggle is real. So reaching in here and grabbing one of my little wipes because I get trashed. There's stuff all over me on a regular basis. So there we go. And then I'm going to take that same wipe and just wipe off my board. And I just put this away for another day. I love my Versamats. They're fantastic. They've been good to me for many, many years. All right, so now we have that off to the side. I want to work on this. So this side here, let's move this. These are all of our mats, so I'm just going to move those over. And we can take a look at the sketch really quickly. So you can see in the sketch that this side here has a larger border than this side. And I kept the same measurements on that. So I want to make sure that as I lay my pieces down, that I'm positioning it to make sure that it has that larger border. And I am going to kind of eyeball it. I eyeball everything, which is probably why my stuff is off center more than I would like it. But it's okay. Forgiveness and grace and good enough, guys. Good enough is done is better than perfect, and yeah, all the things. All right, we're gonna just kind of put that right there. Give a little look-see. And I'm gonna go for it. I have committed. All right, here we go. Oh, that was a tough decision. I wasn't sure if I was going to put this one at the top or this one. I mean, I know it was going to be the hats because I love the hats. I know I mentioned it. It's worth a second mention. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these final pieces. So this is really fun, you know, outlining these pieces, I think, with like maybe a dark green broad tip marker. I think that might be nice too. Like to just add like a little more. Okay, and then I have 4 mats that kind of have the color palette. So I have a little bit of the orange for this side, like all of the colors. The only thing I have kept the brighter gold is the what's in the paper and the stickers and this here. Okay, and then so that way I have the 2. I'm going to just pull these off to the side because I have that clover going there. And I think I'm going to put these down. I really love mixing papers. This is a glimmer paper. This is a mini dot. I have a textured in here. I have smooth. I love mix. I did not know how much I was going to love mixing papers. You know, I was very happy in my world a few years ago, and then now my world has been opened up, and boy, it's lovely. It's just it's fun to experiment and try new things, and yeah, I'm just so impressed with the overall creativity in our craft world. Okay, so I want to show you what I've decided to do here. So here we're not even borders. And then these are kind of closer together, kind of leaving the larger border around. And then for this one, let me grab that. I've kind of done equal borders around the outside here and left a bigger gap in here. And that's so that I can put some stickers down. I've eyeballed some stickers that I might want a little more room for. So I'm just like leaving that open for that. Okay, there we go. All right, and we just used a water base. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. You can see it's bolder, it's standing out more. I really like it. Let's grab some foam tape. I'm trying to use up some foam tape over here. I mean, not really. I'm just using up the foam tape so I can just add another roll. That's all I ever do. There we go. When the rolls get closer, they're really curly. They're kind of harder to control. All right, we'll get all around this heart because I am going to put this on, you know, I'm going to put the whole thing on foam tape, and then I'll have to decide how I want to do the blue heart. Originally, I thought I wouldn't put this on foam tape. I might put this on foam tape, but then as it started to come together, I thought I'm going to put this on foam tape and see if I'm going to stick my heart down inside. Now, this would be a perfect place for you to turn that little heart into a shaker. I think that would be super cute with like some little gold gems in there to make it kind of look like, you know, gold. Haha. Okay. There we go. Let's grab another thing of foam tape. This is why I try to do my foam tape like for the stickers. When I add the stickers, this is I stop videoing and I do it off camera, and then I show you what I've done, because this takes me the longest to put foam tape and to do my stickers. One, I use way too much foam tape, so that takes longer, and I love my foam tape to be in pieces, so it's a bad combo. All right, here we go. You got to peel the foam tape. You got to, if it's a sticker, you got to use your anti-static little pouch or some baby powder or something. I have a little brush thing that I use. It's a whole process. So I have found that it kind of relaxes me more, that I don't have to worry about how much time I'm spending putting all the things on, right? I really do think this would look cute as a shaker. Let me just see if I have something that I would really like in there. Oh, it's almost like it would be perfect to order special shaker bits. Those of you who know me know. I have these gold sequins, and kind of, okay, I'm going to let it go. We're going to let it go. Okay, we're doing an easy, simple layout. We're going to let it go. Somebody turn it into a shaker and send me a picture, please. All right, so now that this is on foam tape, I have to watch my mats, because my photo mats now will have to be elevated on foam tape as well. I don't remember how I had these, and now I'm thinking I turned, and foam tape is not our friend when we want to peel it. I feel like I'm over to the wrong area, so I'm peeling. And this is where you go, Tina, if you hadn't used as much foam tape, and I would say you're right, maybe I should just let it go. You know what? We're just going to let it go. There you go. I'm saying surrender. We're going to let it go. I have a bubble. It's in there. I just got to get the bubble out, and then we're fine. Guys, this is real life crafting in all of its glorious chaos. Oh, there is I have like a weird bubble right here now. There we go. Is that better? Okay. So now, this is going to go over here. I think I'm going to be able to tell. That's always the concern when you're putting things down and you have these cutouts. That's always the concern. Okay, and if I'm not going to be able to really see the heart, I'd rather just cover it up. And I had spent some time positioning. It's going to go just like that. I had spent some time, and I have this on foam tape because I was originally not going to put the other part on foam tape. And who knows, I may regret it at a later time. Okay, there we go. All right, and now I need some foam tape over here. We're not going to foam tape all of these. We're just going to put a little foam tape on these. So here, here, here. Let's flip it back over. And this is going out to the orange because I need the room, basically. And I don't want to cover the whole clover. I'm putting this one up a little higher now. It's going to have two photos there. It was a little difficult to work with, I have to say. And now I'm like, I don't know if my stickers are going to work out perfectly. They might. Okay. All right, we're going to go for this and just commit. All right, here we go. See another place I'm going to add some foam tape. Just right down here at the bottom. There we go. Okay, moving on to this one. I'll turn this one kind of towards it a little bit. And I don't think I want it to touch the yellow. Oh, my gun's not coming off. Hopefully, we have not arrived at a train whistle video. If someone is watching this and knows what the train whistle used to be, I'm not going to tell you. Let's see if somebody comments on what the train whistle used to be. All right. Because that was real in our world. All right. Let's see. I'm just going to like lift this up and add some foam tape pieces underneath instead of trying to put them on my picture. Here we go. Done and done. Spectacular. Super cute. Okay, so I had this pot of gold idea, but now I've used so much foam tape, am I right, that I'm like, might have to peel some of this off. Okay, there we go. This one might have to come off too. This is why I do my foam tape in pieces for when I peel it off. I change my mind a lot with things, and it's a big factor. Okay, so my idea was that this side would get this little pot of gold here, and then I would add some other stickers. So, but you're going to see those because I'm going to go ahead, pop off, do all my stickers, and then I'm going to come back and show you what I did. Back to take a final look at all the fun I had. I really think that this is like after the guts are done, I really think that I love the decorating, the embellishing, the putting everything on. It's my favorite, which is probably why I spend the most amount of time on it. Okay, super fun. I am really glad that I put all of the clover on foam tape, but I said I might regret this. And so I didn't want to do it not on the video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out, and with foam tape, sometimes what you have to do is you have to cut the tape. So I was like, if I'm going to do surgery, I'm going to do surgery like live so you guys can see. I stick my scissors underneath, and this is why I like it in pieces because it rips less when I'm pulling it up. And you don't want to pull your pieces too much. You want to kind of move them around. And then it's really weird. I'm going to show you how the foam tape rolls. Like you can roll it, this foam tape. There's a reason why I like this foam tape. I'm just kind of leaning it back a little. And very lightly, I'm snipping into just the foam tape portion. Okay, so here's my foam tape. Now, I have foam tape here and I have foam tape here. And this is why I really like this foam tape. I'll try to remember to put the thing. Oh, I think the information will be in the description for my foam tape. But you can see all I'm doing is, this is just with my finger. I'm not even using an eraser. I don't know why it does it. It makes me very happy that it does. And it's one of the reasons why it's like this is my go-to foam tape now. You want to just go really, really slow. And I'm really I could rip this. I'm really removing this at this point because I want this to be down inside for an added layer of dimension. I think it's just going to be better. So, yeah, I'll have to make a note in the description that I changed the heart, or maybe I'll put a little note at the beginning of the video. And look, I'm just rubbing it off. Isn't that fantastic? I love that. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to want my heart down in here. It's really just a matter of the multi-layers of dimension with this. Shaping my heart a little bit. I'm going to drop it in. And give it just a second to set. And just keep it nice and flat there. I'm just sliding it a little bit. I like that so much more. It is subtle, but I will lift it up and show you guys. It's subtle, but it makes a difference for me now that I decided to elevate the clover. Okay, let's take a look at all the things. All right, so I'm using this fun kind of orange bling, and I think it adds such a color pop along with the blue. I love that it's not just white and multiple colors of green and some yellow. I just love that. Okay, everything that I'm going to mention came from that sticker sheet from the Echo Park Lucky Charm. All right. Okay. I added cute little flags with the bling next to them up here. A couple of horseshoes up here, and the hat. I'm all about the hat. And notice the bling. There's just bling everywhere. A little kiss me. Pot of gold. I have that rainbow with the pot of gold. I'm going to put these shamrocks. I've taken a lot of the adhesive off, so I'll be able to remove those. I'm going to put those on top of my photos. Look at this. Now, the sketchbook said, hey, you can put your title here, but I made my circle a lot bigger. So I created this cute little rounded border and just topped off the edges with some of that bling, the beveled bling. I love that. And just lots of little details. I really like the little pops of blue on this. Now here's where I left that extra room, and here's what I wanted. This little banner. I wanted to have room for this banner underneath my picture. That's on foam tape. A little bit of foam tape under a rainbow here, a little rainbow over, and it says it's your lucky day. 3 more of those little flags over here. I have March 17th, gold and shamrock. And I'm excited because I will be using this because I will actually be on my way across the Atlantic on March 17th. So I'm wondering what my St. Patrick's Day celebration is going to look like on board a ship. I'm excited for that. We're going to see. I've got my shirt ready. We'll see what's happening. But I'm not sure if there's an Irish pub on this one or an English pub. We'll see how it goes, but I'll share that with you guys another time. That's my last but. All right, so there we go. Little shamrocks to go on top of my pictures, and I think this is going to be great fun to capture some memories this year. Really looking forward to using these layouts. Okay, guys, I have one more that I am going to share because I did 4 with this, and I will be using layout. I think it's layout 2, and it's called Little Moments. And you can see where I went with my printed paper. So I hope you will look for that video right here, and I'll try to do a link on that as well. Thanks so much for sharing this time with me. I am loving just kind of just crafting and being me, and whatever hot mess happens to come, just sharing it. You know what? I have made so many mistakes in my crafting, and I've learned from each one of them. And what I've realized is I probably have a lot more to come. So there we go. You guys, I would love for you to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a hi. Let me know what you're going to be doing this St. Patrick's Day, or what type of traditions you have. I love to just, we're a community. So chatting, getting to know each other and sharing, that's what it's all about. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.